Can you hear me? Voice crack? If you can hear me, type in group me. That's fine. Okay. So essentially, all Dark Souls games are like this, but in a different way. You're almost never going to jump in a Dark Souls game. Like, it just doesn't happen. So when you see things like this, that's the Metroidvania part. There's no jumping, it's just area. You roll around enemies. Anyway, so the biggest thing about the games you have to realize is that every enemy telegraphs their moves. So, for example, one hit, if I'm close enough, one hit, two hits. You just have to learn patterns, so one hit, two hit. And when you learn the patterns, you can do things like... Well, now that I've shit the bed on that one. Let's go this way. Things like that. Which is super critical. And enemies will always be in the same places. That's another big thing about the Soul series. When you come through an area or decide to reset it to go through it again, enemies will always... Dakota, be quiet, I swear to God. Enemies will always be in the same place. They'll always perform the same moveset, they'll always be in the same place. So when you go back to your bonfire or whatever, or in this case, the candelabra, even facing the same way, so, oh, well, I forgot about that guy. Alright, so, leveling up. So, down the bottom left, you'll see you've got a gold indicator and a salt indicator. I mean, salt, souls, copyright infringement all over this fucking game. So, when you level up, you have to convert salt into a level up orb, which, okay, you didn't see that, but Dark Souls has almost nothing. Actually, it doesn't have anything like fucking this. I mean, it's in no way this convoluted, not like a fucking spider web. In Dark Souls, look over to the left, you level up strength, endurance, dexterity, willpower, magic, wisdom. You don't have to go through a fucking web, you just level them up by points. You don't level up 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, you just click level up. Now, one thing Dark Souls won't do for you, at least until you go, like, digging, is tell you, like on the right-hand side, what the stat does. It does not tell you unless you, like, press a series of, like, info, something else. You have to press, like, 3 different buttons on your character sheet in Dark Souls to see what each thing does. But endurance, equipment load, which you'll see here. Once you get to a percentage of equip load, like, everything has a weight. If you half it, so if I take away different pieces, if I go shirtless, I'll roll faster. But if I put my plate back on, I roll much slower to get up and much less, much shorter. So, upgrade system. Guy sells shit to buy, or you can, once you buy it, you can upgrade it. I actually haven't gotten something far enough to level it up to where you need anything super special. But if you see on, like, the spear, strength scaling, dexterity scaling. Dexterity, for 1 point of dexterity is more attack per point than strength. Whereas with, say, the axe, they're equal. But because of that, each point is going to be numerically less value than each point of something that's, you know, like that's there for people to know that buy that. Those cars scared the fuck out of me when I first got in here. Like, pretty sure I had to change my britches. Ow. And you've got moveset combos, so heavy attacks, or heavy attack, strong attack, sweep or uppercut. Sure you can, actually. Sure you can. So I open this gate up. This gate is first closed, but if you go around to open it up, you create a shortcut. Dark Souls is all about shortcuts. So if I go over here, oh yeah, that's another fucking thing that's not in Dark Souls. Those fucking, I think those are gonna respawn too, or at least the next ones will. Yeah, they fucking respawn. Like that is a cheap aspect, in my opinion, and something that will frustrate me, and has frustrated me already. Well, let me light a torch. So when you light a torch, you give up your shield. So you can either protect yourself in the darkness, or stabby stab in the light. So, remember that gate, that other shiny place you were seeing earlier when I first came out of the safe house? Hey! Shortcuts like that exist all over. Now, even in Dark Souls, the game is pretty much straightforward. Like, it's pretty hard to miss where you're supposed to go to get to the next boss or area. But along the way, you're only going to deal with gear that's okay, or you'll have to make your own, and then it's only marged even slightly higher than okay. If you want to be able to do effective damage and have effective armor, you need to go off the side trail, like to make paths like that. Now you said holy fuck skill tree, but speaking of that, oh man, you interrupted my sure you can. Sure you can't, am I right? Lols. I mean, even down to the message system that you can leave for other people.